Hey there, everyone. You may not realize it, but the food you eat and the clothes you wear start out as data. And when it comes to making sure our food supply is safe, our best tool isn't a microscope. It's IBM's AI-powered X-ray vision. Seriously? All right, now back to what I was saying about the future of animal health. For centuries, humans have sought ways to improve animal health. Now, science has opened new doors with synthetic peptides and proteins, revolutionizing disease prevention, nutrition, and veterinary medicine. Welcome to the future of animal biotechnology. We'll explore the world of synthetic peptides and proteins, how they're made, their importance in animal health, and how they're transforming the future of farming and biotechnology. Let's get started. First, let's talk about what synthetic peptides are. In simple terms, synthetic peptides are like tiny chains of amino acids that are created in a lab. These chains are similar to the ones found in your body, which form proteins that help us digest food, carry oxygen, and even fight off infections. However, synthetic peptides are special because they are specifically designed to do one job very well, like acting as a vaccine to prevent diseases. But how exactly are these tiny chains created? It starts with DNA, the instruction manual for life. Scientists can use techniques like gene synthesis and genetic engineering to design and build genes that code for the desired peptide sequence. Then they introduce these genes into cells, which act like tiny factories to produce the desired peptides. Once the peptides are produced, they can be purified and used for various applications, such as vaccines or nutritional supplements. Next, let's discuss why synthetic peptides are so important in animal health. These tiny molecules play a huge role in everything from growth hormone regulation to immune response. By understanding how peptides work, we can develop targeted solutions for specific issues affecting our animals. For example, synthetic peptides can be designed to mimic the structure of hormones to regulate their function. This could help treat conditions like diabetes in livestock. Additionally, peptides can also be used to develop new diagnostic tools and therapies for infectious diseases. Now, let's dive deeper into how synthetic peptides are being used in animal health. First, let's look at disease prevention. Animals are susceptible to various diseases that can cause them pain and suffering and affect their productivity. But thanks to synthetic peptides, we now have powerful tools to combat these ailments. Synthetic peptides are used to create vaccines, which are essential for preventing infectious diseases in animals. Vaccines work by exposing animals to a weakened or inactive form of a pathogen, allowing the body to develop immunity against the disease. Traditionally, vaccines were made by growing weakened versions of the pathogen in chicken eggs or cell cultures. But this process can take time, and the pathogens may still cause disease in the animal. That's where synthetic peptides come in. By using peptides instead of whole pathogens, we can create safer and more effective vaccines. Peptides can be engineered to resemble parts of pathogens that trigger an immune response without causing disease. This allows for the development of subunit vaccines that are safer and easier to produce than traditional vaccines. Subunit vaccines only expose the body to small parts of the pathogen, reducing the risk of adverse reactions and making the immunization process more efficient. By using synthetic peptides, we can create vaccines that are more effective, safer, and easier to produce. This not only helps protect animals from infectious diseases, but also ensures the safety of our food supply. Infectious diseases are a constant threat to poultry farming, impacting both animal health and productivity. But thanks to synthetic peptide technology, we now have a powerful tool to combat these diseases. Another example of using synthetic peptides in disease prevention is the development of new diagnostic tools. Peptides can be engineered to bind to specific disease markers, making it easier to detect diseases early on. This can help farmers make informed decisions about treating their animals and can lead to better outcomes. Overall, the use of synthetic peptides in disease prevention is a game changer for animal health and productivity. By using these tiny molecules, we can develop innovative solutions to some of the biggest challenges facing farmers today. Moving on to our next topic, let's discuss how synthetic proteins are enhancing animal nutrition. As animals grow and develop, they need a constant supply of nutrients to support their growth and overall health. This is where synthetic proteins come in. Synthetic proteins can be designed to improve digestion and absorption of nutrients, leading to better growth and overall health in animals. For example, synthetic enzymes can be produced that help break down complex molecules in feed, making them easier for animals to digest and absorb. These enzymes can also help reduce waste, which not only benefits the environment, but also reduces costs for farmers. Another way that synthetic proteins are enhancing animal nutrition is through the development of new feed additives. Peptides can be engineered to bind to specific molecules in feed, improving the quality and availability of nutrients. This can lead to increased growth rates and improved feed efficiency in animals. By using synthetic proteins in animal feed, we can ensure that our livestock are getting the nutrients they need to stay healthy and productive. Not only does this benefit the animals, but it also benefits us as consumers by providing us with high-quality, nutritious meat and other animal products. In addition to improving animal health, synthetic proteins are also transforming veterinary medicine. In the field of veterinary medicine, synthetic peptides are used to develop new treatments for a variety of conditions. Peptides can be designed to target specific cells or tissues, making it possible to deliver drugs or therapies directly to the site of disease. This can increase the effectiveness of treatments while reducing side effects. One area where synthetic peptides are making an impact is in wound healing. Peptides can be used to create bandages or dressings that promote faster healing and reduce inflammation at the wound site. This can help animals recover from injuries or surgeries more quickly. Another area where synthetic peptides are being used is in the treatment of cancer. Peptides can be engineered to target cancer cells, delivering drugs or other therapies that can help destroy the cancer cells while minimizing damage to healthy cells. By using synthetic peptides in veterinary medicine, we are able to develop more effective and targeted treatments for a variety of conditions. This is not only improving the quality of life for animals, but also extending their lifespan. Finally, it's important to consider the environmental and ethical considerations of using synthetic peptides. While synthetic peptides offer numerous benefits, it's important to consider their impact on the environment and the ethical implications of using these technologies. For example, the production of synthetic peptides can require the use of harsh chemicals or solvents that can be harmful to the environment. Additionally, the release of synthetic peptides into the environment could potentially disrupt natural ecosystems. It's important to consider these factors and develop sustainable and eco-friendly methods for producing and using synthetic peptides. Despite these challenges, the potential benefits of using synthetic peptides in agriculture and veterinary medicine are too great to ignore. By continuing to research and develop new ways to use synthetic peptides responsibly, we can ensure that we are providing the best possible care for our animals, while also protecting the environment. Overall, synthetic peptides and proteins are revolutionizing the future of animal biotechnology. These tiny molecules are playing a huge role in improving animal health, nutrition, and disease prevention. By harnessing the power of synthetic peptides, we are able to develop innovative solutions to some of the biggest challenges facing farmers and veterinarians today. Whether it's creating more effective vaccines or developing new treatments for diseases, synthetic peptides are paving the way for a better future for animals everywhere.